So today we're going to be looking at some different tools we can use in Photopea that will help us edit, specifically help us like repair or remove parts of the picture. So I'm going to show you a couple of different things we can do. So the first picture that we're going to look at here, just little things like there's a little stain on the shirt that maybe I want to get rid of, or there's a little bit of chocolate down here that I want to get rid of. So I'm going to make a second layer. So I'm going to double click and duplicate layer just so you guys can see like the difference in what I'm doing. I think that's always good when you're editing, so you can go back and see like, does this actually improve the picture or not? So for what we're going to be doing today, you're going to want to be working with this tool area. So the spot healing brush, patch tool, content aware. You can use the red eye tool if you want, but we're really going to be focusing on these today. So the spot healing brush and the healing brush work really well when you have really small, like little blemishes or areas that aren't super noticeable. I'm not really trying to remove an entire area. I'm kind of just like basically stain fixing. So the spot healing brush and healing brush tool, you work as a brush setting. Use the spot healing brush. So you can change the size up here depending on what it is you're trying to repair. This is probably a pretty good size for me, but you can take it up or down. You can, make it harder or softer, which will make your pixel edit like a little more noticeable, a little less noticeable. In this case, I'm just going to go up all the way. So basically all you do is you just drag it over the stained area. So I'm going to drag it right over here. And I apologize because my Chromebook, as always, is running a little bit slow. Oh, and look, see, it's gone. And I'm going to do right here. So it's just like a real simple, light pixel edit, but it's, really helpful for those things. I'm going to take away that little piece of chocolate. And, for those little things, it's, it corrects those pixels really, really easily. So shouldn't be this slow, but want to show you guys the before and after. Okay, yeah. And so if you look at before, after, so like that was pretty easy. Okay, let's look at some other tools. So, okay. So in this one, I maybe would want to take out like this little sun flare at the bottom here. Like you might think it's cool, but something like that where it's like, it's not a stain, it's something you're actually wanting to like take out or remove. So for something like that, you will probably want to use one of these tools. So let's try the content aware move tool first. So the content aware move tool is basically where I'm taking an area of pixels that I want and putting them over an area that I do not want. So again, picking up the pixels you want and then moving it over the area that you don't want. So basically you're replacing pixels. And sometimes it takes a couple steps. You can see like it's starting to go away. So I'm going to pick up another area and put it over. And this works well if you have like a really good area of replacement pixels. Some photos that's harder to find, but in this case, like I have the soybean field and that works pretty well because there's a lot happening there already. So it's not as noticeable. And look, see, I don't even, see where that sun flare was anymore. So that's a really good tool for that. Oh, I forgot to do the before and after. Oh, well, you guys remember that it was there. So anyway, that works really well. The other tool that we have is the patch tool. So the patch tool is kind of the opposite of the content aware. So basically you're picking up what you don't want and then replacing it with what you do. So like, let's say I was trying to remove that little piece and I just want it to be sky. So again, it might take a couple steps, but again, I'm going to pick up that little piece and then replace it with sky. Yeah, So I need to keep working that spot a little bit more. But that's the idea, is that you can actually like take something out, like a, error or something that you don't want in there. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to take an image that perhaps like, oh man, you really like it. It's a really good photograph. If only this weren't in it, or if only that little spot wasn't there. So for your assignment, I'm going to have you guys posting like your before and afters. Now, other things you're going to want to think about, as always, your crop. So like, what is your composition? Would your composition benefit from cropping a bit? Your image adjustments, would you benefit from adjusting the, it's not wanting to hold down for me, the exposure or the vibrance perhaps. So just a refresher, the exposure is the amount of light. So sometimes we nail that. Sometimes, adjusting it slightly is helpful. The vibrance can increase the parts of the image that we perhaps want to make a little bit brighter. You've got like your contrast. I always like to mess, with a little bit of contrast. I like that in my photographs. So don't forget about those things. They're little things, but they can really improve your photographs. Okay. So like I said, we're going to post some befores and afters. I'm going to call it Photopea Repair. So in Seesaw, that's where it'll be. So anyway, hopefully you can, edit some of your photographs that you're really feeling good about, that, you'd like to just correct a few small things. So looking forward to seeing what you're able to do, and I'll talk to you later.